Wow, we've just appeared just like Silksong will this year. If you don't know, Silksong was featured in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct very briefly in a sizzle reel. It's coming out this year, but recently there has been some news, hasn't there, guys? Because
There has.
I mean, it's not huge news, okay, but there's some new screenshots on the Japanese website. I'll
they
show
look
them right
lovely.
here. But what we thought is fun, and also why the title is maybe a bit funny of this video, is if you go on to the website and translate it, at least for me, it says release date 2025, and then it says uncancellable.
And this is on the Japanese website, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Japanese Nintendo website. It's official and everything. It's not.
It cannot be cancelled, guys.
It cannot be cancelled.
Silksong.
Silksong's actually happening. I played it 6 years ago, and now it's finally coming out.
The devs themselves were like, yeah, actually, if you can make the game, give it a specific title, we'd really appreciate that. It'll really send a message to the fans. When I translate on mine says cancellation not allowed.
There you heard it here first.
From these screenshots, is there anything like, as Hollow Knight Silksong fans, is there anything that you can like decipher or like discern from these new screenshots? Like, does it look that different from versions, screenshots that we've seen in the past? They look really clean.
Actually, good question, Sion, because if you look at these screenshots, they look very much like, yeah, that's Silksong. But if you go back and compare to a previous screenshot, I've just taken one from the Steam website, the difference is actually quite staggering. Now in the new version, it looks like there's less detail overall, the background is more blurred, but I will say it's a lot easier to make out, just everything is a lot more readable. I'm not sure I like the changes, but hey, maybe in motion it just feels better, it looks better, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there is actually a significant difference in the new screenshots, which is really cool to see. But overall, I've actually tried not to look at screenshots.
Oh.
I've been trying not to look at gameplay because I don't want to be spoiled. I want to go into it. I mean, I've looked at these screenshots because I'm editing the video and I'm putting it up on screen. Yeah, I'm just really, really excited to see if the wait has been worth it. A tiny part of me is like, ooh, what can it possibly live up to all the hype?
Sure.
Because, it's almost too much. Like if you go on the subreddit and like people are going crazy. There's this thing called Silk Post where essentially people are making fake posts. It's like the whole identity of the subreddit. So every post you think it's a fake, and then when there's actually news, it's like, oh, that's a Silk post. Wait, what?
Nice.
And that's how it was with these screenshots and stuff like that. So yeah, it's honestly, it's really fun to be a part of, just because there's some really creative fake baits that they pull off. So it's gonna be, what's gonna happen with the Silksong community once the game is out? I bet it'll shift a lot, because I imagine some people are part of it and they haven't even played Hollow Knight. They just think it's fun.
Sure.
I can tell you one thing about these screenshots, and it correlates with the screenshots that are available on the press website for Nintendo. They are 1080p. They are not 4K.
Oh, interesting.
That doesn't mean anything, though.
Sure.
In the same way that I think there were some Switch Sports screenshots that were 4K, or like
really?
higher resolution than normal. Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. I can't remember precisely what it was, but it's nothing to read into. Silksong could easily be 1080p on Switch 2. It could easily be 4K. We don't know. Could be 1440p. We'll have to wait and see.
1080p, I would also be totally fine with that. Like Hollow Knight on the Switch looks fantastic if you play it like on a big TV, but especially on an OLED TV. Oh, those blacks.
Well, the thing is, the art
crazily
style
good.
lends itself, and with the anti-aliasing that they're doing, it's not raster.
No.
That helps enormously, and sort of you can scale it up, and it still look great.
And you know what else would look great is Hollow Knight up on your TV screen soon, because you've not played a whole lot of it, have you?
I played a chunk of it back in the day, but not all of us have played Silksong like Alex has either, right?
Oh, not only that, I played it twice.
Twice? Same
Two
event?
separate occasions, 2 non-consecutive occasions as well, yes. Once at a preview event that Nintendo did in the UK for E3 2019, and once again at EGX 2019.
Oh my gosh.
I think when we were there, because I was there with my now wife, Sasha, and she said, oh, Silksong, I really want to play Silksong. Do you want to play it as well? And I was like, I've played it already. And I'll have another go with it.
Oh,
If
you
only
take those
you knew.
words in again. Now it's been 6 years. Feels
6
surreal that it's
long
finally
years.
coming out. I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, that's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Is Xbox has already said that it was coming out. Like they guaranteed it was coming out a few years
Oh yeah, it's
ago.
coming
Yeah.
out within the next year.
And that was in like, what, 2020?
3, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I,
'Cause it
I
was-
have a feel.
it's-
My brain says like 2021, but I don't think it was that long ago.
No.
I remember it was in that presentation, in the Xbox E3 show, right, where they were like,
Yeah.
everything in this show is coming out in the next 1 year from today.
Yeah,
or
within the
something,
next 12 months. And then Silksong didn't.
Yeah.
But it's finally coming. It's finally coming. And you know they're cooking.
Yeah.
You know they're cooking.
As like an observer of Silksong and of the community from
Yeah, how has that been? Are we crazy?
I've been a little worried for all of you, especially with well, okay, what I mean is like, you know, Earthblade just got canceled, the next game from the Celeste devs. And, you know, we haven't heard anything of Silksong in quite a while, so I was quite worried that, you know, maybe they were experiencing some kind of development struggles, and I feel like those worries are kind of, you know, calmed by this 2025 tentative release date and these new screenshots. And yeah, I'm
It's not
thankful
tentative,
for you.
Xeon. It's uncancelable. I'm certain that's something that's lost in translation, of course, but it's still
Oh, yes.
very funny.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
cute. Yeah.
And I'll take any opportunity I can to talk about Silksong. If you're excited about Silksong, let us know down in the comments below. Right? Sure! Yeah, do it.
Sure.
And, do you know what that is a reference to, Sion?
No.
So that is what Hornet says. That's like her catchphrase almost.
No, she says multiple things. She also says like, "I dare you."
And then, yeah, there's a lot of funny voice lines. Like probably the most famous one from Hollow Knight is Papanada, which is like one of the
I love Barpanada.
I love Papanada. And I would also love if you booped that subscribe button and to stay up with all sorts of Silksong related news whenever the game eventually comes out. And yeah, that was everything from us. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go just as I entered in the start. Bye bye.
Mm-hmm.